The Cities Skylines 2 mod, Anarchy, just received an update, and oh boy, is it a game changer for detailing in Cities Skylines 2. Hi guys, Sully here. I just wanted to do a really quick video for you all, just to talk about this latest update to the mod Anarchy, which has just been released and is now available on Thunderstore. The mod's super talented author YenYang was kind enough to let me beta test this new feature, and I'm not gonna lie, it made me very excited for the future of detailing in CS2. Honestly, I do feel like this functionality is gonna open up so many doors for detailers and what we can now do in game. So stick around, find out how, and I'll show you some of the new features. So before we dive into some of the new stuff, which I'm super excited to share with you, I'll just explain a little more about the mod itself for those new to modding in CS2. Anarchy is quite similar to its CS1 counterparts. It worked in a similar way to the bypass validation results, which is found in the dev UI, by disabling error checks which stop you doing certain things. So before this latest update, it had a lot of great features already. But this latest update, in my opinion, makes it one of the most powerful and must-have mods, especially if you enjoy detailing. It makes a few things possible which we couldn't do before, and trust me, they're huge. So starting off, we can now place both trees and props inside of each other's proximity. So we can now overlap trees and bushes and create layers of foliage or combine props together to create a more interesting and realistic look. So let's try out some things then. So I have Anarchy off. If I plop a table, chairs and a parasol over the top, something nice and simple like that. You can see with Anarchy disabled, it's not possible to place the parasol over the top of the other props, and this is due to the overlapping items error message. But now, if we turn Anarchy on and do the same scene, we can fit the chairs a lot closer and the parasol over the top. Now this is such a simple thing, but it makes such a massive difference to the usability of certain assets. We can also get a carport asset and then, place a trailer or something underneath. And it's just merging multiple assets into one. We could do something a bit more industrial. So if I grab a container, a pile of sand, some rubble, and then, scatter some trash around the place, we can see we can create some very interesting and unique compositions. And this is something we couldn't do before because we couldn't place these props as close to each other. And there's so much more that we can do with this. We haven't even started to scratch the surface yet. So I'm excited to see what other people come up with too. So with this addition, it also opens up being able to create dense forests, which is something we couldn't do before. I know there's a lot of people have been requesting this addition to the game. So let's test this out and see the difference. So with Anarchy disabled, I'll brush out a pine forest. I'm also using the tree controller mod by YenYang again, just to make the trees their full adult size, so you're able to see, the correct density from the start. So I don't know if you could tell from the video, but when brushing out this forest, occasionally some trees did get replaced by other trees which were being placed on top of them. And we do have quite a few gaps in the forest, and this is all just due to the minimum proximity we can place them to each other. Now I'll turn on Anarchy and brush out another forest. You can see we're now able to place them super close to each other and create a really dense forest. I would just be mindful not to get too carried away with this, as inevitably more trees in a small space will affect your game's performance. Of course, test out yourself, based on the spec of your PC, your current FPS, obviously it's different for everyone, but really great feature. So the next one as well then is we can now place props and trees on roads and networks. And for me this was such a needed addition to the game. You can see we can plop trees and bushes on the road. We can add any props we want to this, so benches, trash bins, signposts, even decals. We can also use the prop line tool, so we could draw out fences or any prop on top of the network. So we could just add so much more detail to our roads. Lastly, we can also place props on buildings, which is so damn awesome and another huge addition to the game. So if I plop down a gas station to demonstrate, I will just add some detail to the building. So I'll just add some, bushes, some fences, safety cones, billboards, trash. And, we'll just make the asset look even better and give it a bit of a unique look. So these are, absolutely crazy additions to the game, which makes me incredibly excited for the future of detailing within CS2. Like I said, I don't think we've even scratched the surface yet of what's possible with this mod. It'll add a lot of creativity and unique areas to people's builds, being able to detail this all up. I think an addition I'd love to see in the future is to take this and then apply it to buildings as well. So I'd love to be able to overlap buildings or merge multiple buildings into one larger structure. Place them next to each other. I just think it would just be really fantastic. I think this will also open up lots of possibilities. I've heard some comments previously like, detailing isn't possible in CS2. I really do disagree, even more so now with this mod. Using the dev UI, we have access to hundreds or maybe thousands of props. We now have the mods to achieve so much more in this game. So in order to get this mod, head on over to thunderstore.io and download the mod manager. On there you'll find the Anarchy mod by YenYang. Please make sure also to sub to its dependencies, including the Bape-in X pack. Follow the description on how to use the mod and you'll be all set to start using Anarchy and its awesome new tools, which will help you massively with detailing the cities. So if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like and comment down below. And if you've not subscribed already, please do. I'm getting closer to the 1,000 subs mark now, and it'd be great to get there sometime in the new year. So thanks again. I'm Sully. See you next time.